What up, everybody? This is Dario Hunt from Living Life Fearless. Welcome back to another episode of Music Files. Today's date is August 6, 2018. With me, as always, is my co-host, Mr. Darius Walker. Say what up to everybody.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back, Music Files. Good to hear and see y'all. Look, we're about to chop it up about the new drops and some music news. I know it's been a little bit of, I don't know, when's the last time we podcast? Maybe 3 weeks ago?
It's been a couple weeks for sure.
Yeah, but if you haven't seen our top 20 list, make sure you go check that out. Make sure
Definitely
you listen to that podcast and go to the site and, you know, interact with the albums you haven't heard of. So
yeah, people have been talking a lot about the list. You know, a lot of people like it that missed out on a lot of the stuff that we talked about. So if you want some good music that you might not have heard of, definitely go check out that list. Definitely check out the podcast where we chopped it about everything that we're big on this year. Yeah, it's definitely been a while. As you see, I struggled through that intro a little bit.
The fumble.
But
it up though. No, just
but we back.
back.
You know, we just been busy with shit. I've been busy renovating still, as you can see. Got a new backdrop, a little chalkboard wall. So
Home improvement over here.
yeah, Tim the Tool Man.
Yep.
But yeah, let's just hop right into it. So there's a couple music news items I want to talk about. I mean, there's some stuff that we missed definitely a few weeks back. I guess we just talked about Demi Lovato situation.
Oh, I kind of heard about it. What is it exactly?
She overdosed and they had to basically
yeah.
save her life with what's it called, Narcan? Is that what it's called?
I don't even know. I didn't read the exact details. I saw the overdose detail, and I was like, I kind of had my reaction to it.
It's the stuff they hit you with to basically save people that are overdosing. So she was basically real close to basically killing herself or dying, you know, from the overdose.
Right. Damn.
And you know how she's had that real long history of dealing with addiction.
That was part of her rebrand.
Yeah. So that was kind of a shock for everybody when that happened because, you know, everybody thought she was doing so well after so many years.
Yeah.
Talking about it in her music and all this and that and publicly. But you never really know what somebody's going through, you know, until it kind of happens and hits you in the face.
Yeah. You know, that's not, the stuff she's dealing with isn't stuff for, the public. So we're you know, it's always going to be shocking to us.
Yeah, we don't see her every day.
The circumstances, the people she's partying with, maybe it was a social situation where it was
she got pulled back into it,
and not so much, you know, self, you know, just isolated type of relief she was seeking. You know, hopefully it wasn't just isolated. And I know that doesn't sound like it making it better, but you know, it's just. There's more, you know, we just want to pray for her and hope she gets better, basically. So
yeah, for sure.
You know, you just want them to do well. I'm not gonna talk too much shit. You know, she makes good songs, and hopefully she can recover and make some more good music.
Yeah, you know, watch out for people. You never know. No matter how successful they seem, no matter how, you know, they've accomplished stuff that most people dream about, they still go through that same shit. And that was just what one of our writers, Francesca, I'm not gonna even say her last name because I'm gonna butcher it, wrote about. So you definitely, everybody should definitely go check that out, because she brings up a lot of those situations, not just her, but with Kate Spade and Anthony Bourdain and all these other people. So
yeah,
it's been a kind of a crazy year, man.
I was walking by a Kate Spade store every day. I was like, wait, what? That designer? That was weird.
Yeah, it's been a crazy year for celebrities and deaths and everything. Yeah.
I mean, I heard of recently a battle rapper, Sue Surf. He got shot in Philadelphia recently.
He died?
But he's still alive. He's alive. He's doing well. He's okay. So prayers out to Sue Surf. He had a battle scheduled for one of these underground battle rap leagues, but that was obviously canceled. So just prayers out to
Shit's
Sue
so
Surf.
petty these days.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like because he's like one of those guys that are like kind of like the top 10 in that sort of battle rap era.
Yeah, if you know
What's
battle
going
rap,
on?
you definitely know the name Sue Surf.
Yeah, so like just to hear that like one of the top guys in a certain genre, gets shot, you're just like, come on, man, you're just like don't, you just don't want to see people get hurt.
Nope. I mean, there's one person that I think most people wanted to see her get hurt. I'm not gonna say I wanted it myself,
Oh, I forgot about
but
that.
there's quite a few people that wanted to see this individual get hurt and harmed in any particular way. And
Yeah.
it just so happened that Tekashi 6ix9ine did get robbed at gunpoint and pistol whipped multiple times, and his jewelry stolen. I mean, it's not funny because they went to his house with his baby moms and his daughter and everything, and they were on some type of shit like he might have definitely died if he didn't get out of that car. But most people aren't very sad about that situation. It's
People
kind
are
of
sad
like
because they still don't know if it's true. Everyone thinks he's like the boy that cried wolf. It's like when something really happens.
yeah, you do it so many times.
Everyone
it's kinda
thinks
like,
you're
it's
doing
another
it for
bullshit
show.
troll.
They're like, oh, that's a lie. He didn't
I
almost get shot.
personally don't think
Like-
it was for show.
Yeah.
I personally don't think it was for show.
I don't think it's for show, and it's odd. Just
Because
some
he has
details
real
that come
security
forward.
now. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh
Like,
yeah, no, his entire moves, even his face, like expressions. When I seen him on camera afterwards, he just looks like he's acting different. So he definitely got shook up. I think he got shook up.
I mean, you keep speaking all this bad shit into existence. I believe that you keep that energy, it'll come around to find you eventually. And
I just thought it was so like weird that it came out the same day as
the day
song
before
release.
Fifi.
Fifi.
What do you think about
But,
Fifi,
like,
by the way?
I think that's one of those music video drive the popularity kind of songs. So
I didn't like the music video either, though.
I didn't like it, but you just had to see them two together because Nicki's coming out with an album soon. So it's more about, oh, what's Nicki gonna do with this? And then it was like,
Nicki's
oh,
guest
okay.
features have been better than her own singles.
Facts. Facts only. Because I was looking up Nicki the other day, and I was like, all these features are fire, but like her songs, I was
All
like,
these
I don't wanna
features
listen to
are
that.
keeping her album buzz alive, basically.
Yeah.
Even the one with YG, she killed that one too.
Yep.
But they're not her songs, so
Yeah.
I heard it might get delayed again. It's not looking good for this one. It's not
I
looking
mean,
good.
it got delayed twice. It's looking like August 17th, I think, is the album release date for Queen, officially so far right now. So that's
I'm not too excited for this one. I personally don't think
where's the single driving the release,
none. Her features.
right? Like
She's
what are
really,
we doing?
that's why she's pushing
Fifi?
these. If you
That's
check
why
her
she did
IG,
that
she's
Drake
pushing her
little,
features
like,
more than her
Instagram
singles.
thing. She's like, oh, Drake like spoke on like Fifi like clown like I don't know trolled it or something whatever. Like he was with her and says
Yeah.
So like she's just promoting Fifi like her feature.
She's
I'm like, why are you promoting
she's
feature?
promoting her features more than her own shit because her own shit's not popping like that.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. I haven't seen a rollout like this. Like
It's a horrible rollout.
I'm
It's
confused.
horrible. It's absolutely
I'm
terrible.
confused.
Yeah.
What was the Barbie Tings hype for? It's almost entirely faded.
So I mean, but like we were saying with 6ix9ine, I didn't really want any harm done to him, but I wasn't like
I mean, the
the
song was okay.
saddest.
It's not a bad song either. The song's okay. It's not.
Yeah, it's
it's
fine.
not trash, but it's good.
I wasn't the saddest when he got pistol whipped a couple times, but I never want to see I didn't want to see him like get killed or anything. Just humble him a little bit, calm down a little bit.
Yeah, this is that. Like for me, it felt like one of those situations where it's like you see like somebody get hurt, like somebody falls down the stairs.
So
and,
you
like,
kinda
wanna
need to
laugh,
learn
but
that
you're
lesson.
you're like, oh my god, like are you all right? And then you're like you see they're cool, and then you just like you clown them like, oh you fucking idiot, like like.
He needs that, I think, a little bit because it was getting out of control.
Yeah. No, it was definitely getting out of control. Like all that Chicago shit, what is he trying to do? So now, ironically, this has sparked a rebrand for 6ix9ine. He's doing a rebrand. Because you seen him in the Fifi video. That's a lot different look.
Then his energy is much different. People think
look,
it's all a troll, basically, so that he could get to this point.
Yeah.
So he could stop trying to have to be the most gangster dude in America or want to be gangster dude in America.
Well, I just seen him in the club with 50. 50 Cent was like right next to him drinking champagne out of the bottle while 6ix9ine was singing his song.
50 likes that type of energy, so
Yeah,
you know he's gonna be around that. He's going through his own shit with Floyd right now. That's just out of control.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that shit is so petty.
Childish, bro. The pettiest, most childish shit I've ever seen from two grown ass men.
I know.
I'm like, y'all
It's
got
so
kids
stupid.
and y'all in the 40s and y'all doing this shit, bro, on Instagram. Like,
Man.
childish.
Yeah, what are you doing? That looks crazy. That looks crazy.
Oh, speaking of 50
Like,
and
y'all don't-
Power, did you? I mean, I'm not cut up on Power, but I'm not sure if you are. But Kendrick Lamar made his acting debut.
Yeah, so I'm up to the episode right before it, so I have to. That's
So
basically
you haven't
my
seen
next
that episode.
I haven't seen that episode.
Okay.
So basically, I'm like, oh, okay. But I obviously, couldn't.
Everybody's
avoid
heard of it.
knowing. Yeah, everybody knows that he's in it. I seen the screenshot of his face too, so like I know what he.
I mean, people say he killed it. We'll see.
That's what I heard too. I was like, okay, and I heard some like weird, like, oh, he could have, or oh, they should give Kendrick, blah blah blah, like. So we'll see.
I'm interested. I'm
I'm interested. I'm definitely interested. I wanted to go right to it, but I didn't have time when I came across it. I was busy.
He's one of those guys I think could be like a really good actor.
No, for real. I think because I've seen him, his music videos. Like remember during the
Yeah, he's a storyteller by nature, so I think he understands characters.
yeah, like his videos are amazing. They're like stories. Like he acts in all his music videos.
So, check that out. Let us know what you thought about Kendrick's performance in Power. Let us know what you thought about any of the situation with 6ix9ine. You think he was trolling or not? Were you happy to see this happen? Or, let us know.
Yeah.
So, other news. There's a lot of festivals going on right now. Lollapalooza is one of them. And I guess the 16-year-old just died.
What?
Yeah.
At Lollapalooza?
At Lollapalooza, he was unresponsive in the crowd. And he ended up passing away.
Do they have like a cause of death?
They have not announced cause of death. But I have been seeing a lot of news and headlines about like people in the crowds having seizures and fainting and all this shit,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's a combination of, I'm not going to speak on his death, but it's definitely a combination of like dehydration, drugs, and just exhaustion. Like,
Yeah, definitely. I mean, festivals are crazy.
they better be careful though. These festivals better be careful because if people start dropping, that's coming to an end real quick.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's crazy that at Lollapalooza.
Yeah.
They're so upset. Like that's crazy that having a festival and a death happens, having any kind of event,
Oh yeah,
where thousands of people are coming and a death happens at one of them.
I mean, they
Like, in the
just
middle
shut
of the crowd,
down
They're just like, oh,
Lil Pump's set because people were like having seizures in the crowd and shit.
oh damn.
So I'm just like, these best festivals better start. They're gonna turn less fun and more strict because the moment that stuff starts happening on a regular basis, they're gonna start rolling in and shutting them down.
Right.
So,
Crazy.
but another one, Warped Tour. It
Warped
officially
Tour.
is over after 24 years.
It's over?
It's over.
Oh, I know so many people are going to be so sad.
August 5th was its last hurrah, and it's done after 24 years.
Well, at least they ended at their like high note.
They've been declining more and more over the years just because all these other festivals popping up, it's hard to compete now, and they don't get the biggest acts.
Well, because even if you think about it, because out here in New York, there's one Panorama, was a music festival, and
the one in Philly, Made in America, like they're
the
everywhere
Made
now.
in America, because The Weeknd was performing here for the Panorama. So like, there's like a bunch of like big name artists that
So
just spread out.
I mean, they were kind of the pioneers, not necessarily the pioneers, but one of the pioneers for sure.
Yeah,
or
they were
like the
like top
name in
3.
festivals. Like in terms of festivals before he got big, like it was always Vans Warped Tour. That was the one that like really
Well,
popped
yeah,
up.
Warped Tour since I was
Middle
so
school,
like
shit.
yeah, like I've always heard of Warped Tour. Like when I
24
was
years. I
watching
mean, that
MTV,
shit's been going
when
on since we were in
MTV was
elementary.
good. Yeah, when MTV was good, I knew about Warped Tour, and I thought that was dope.
So, I mean, it's been fun. Nothing lasts forever.
Damn. Well, it's been fun. Thanks, Warped Tour.
Let us know if you've been. I actually haven't been to any Warped Tours, but you guys let us know if you have been to any Warped Tours and what are like your fondest memories from there, what you're gonna miss about the tour itself.
Yeah. Favorite bands, favorite sets.
So, a rare Prince vinyl was just sold for $27,500. A single print.
Oh, okay.
It was his Black album that he canceled back in like 1987.
Oh.
It was like a Canadian press of it, like that some vinyl factory worker saved and had it for years and didn't really realize how valuable it was.
Right. That's
and it was like the only one of its kind, and it just sold for $27,500.
Well, that's crazy, but cool. But then you think about it, and if they resell it, it's probably gonna go for like 100.
Well, over the years for sure.
Yeah.
As stuff gets rarer and rarer to come by.
That's amazing, though, as a find that somebody like. Honestly, I feel like there's a lot of stuff like that.
There
People
is
have.
that people probably don't even know they have, or forgot about, or passed on to generations that don't even know what it is. You know.
Yeah, the vinyl collection in the attic might be worth, a couple $1,000. You never know.
Check your boxes, bro. Check your family. Check your moms. Check your pops. Check the storage boxes. You might have something in there.
Actually, I'm about to go home soon. I'm going to go see what my grandpa had popping off because he had all the joints.
I had a bunch of CDs and tapes. I don't know how much vinyl we had.
No, my grandpa had all the 45s. He had a lot. I had some Michael Jackson vinyls. And Jackson 5s. I don't know how much those are worth. That'd be cool. I might have to look into this. Now I'm interested.
I do have a couple binders worth of Pokemon cards, so.
Oh, yeah?
Got some rare ones in there.
Yeah,
some
I remember.
Ultra rare ones in there, holographic Charizard and all that,
Yeah, somebody stole mine back in middle school. That was the first holographic I ever got, was the holographic Charizard, and somebody G'd my shit, and I never got it back. So I'm so pissed to this day. But then later on, I got a Japanese holographic Charizard. So
yeah, I got some Japanese ones.
I was like, okay. I was like, all right, I'm cool. But yeah. So the Mewtwo, I think I have a Japanese holographic Mewtwo. Now I'm nerding out. Anyways. Pokemon.
Yeah, so back to just check your attic. You might have something crazy in there. Alright, our last news item is Beyonce. She just did a little Vogue cover and article, and she talked about a lot of stuff. Pregnancy, touring, all that. But I think the thing that stuck out to me the most was she said she researched her ancestry and learned that she comes from a slave owner who fell in love and married a slave back in the day. That's like her lineage.
Yeah, that's crazy. Huh. Reminds me of that movie I almost wrote about, the free state of Jones or something.
Yeah, Free State of Jones.
Yeah.
With
that reminds me of that. Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, Matthew McConaughey. All right.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, interesting little tidbit, and I think it kind of puts her Lemonade album in like a different perspective.
Yeah.
Especially for her, I'm sure, as she looks back and thinks about her history a little more.
Right. Yeah, no, that's definitely interesting. Because, now she can look into that directly and, maybe just find more about the history and It's just always nice to know more.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, there was another music news thing I remember.
Okay, let me hear it.
It was the YG, his song with Big Sean. He mentioned Colin Kaepernick, and that
Yeah,
song's
okay.
on.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
talked
that
about
song's
this.
on the EA
Madden.
Sports Madden. So
They censored it.
They censored Colin Kaepernick's name out of the song. Big Sean's verse, they just censored it without telling anyone.
Yeah.
He's not in the game, so like the song he says Colin Kaepernick's name, then they censored the name. That's the only thing. So I don't know, what do you think about that? Like,
So there's been some more news that's kind of come out over the past few days. After that, after everybody got mad about it, like YG said, the CEO of EA called him personally and was like talking about it and was vehemently saying that it was unintentional, that it should never have happened, that they weren't allowed to put Colin Kaepernick in any way, shape, or form into the game. But that did not include the soundtrack, so it should not have been censored. And he's saying they're saying they're releasing a patch to fix it like right away, basically.
yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of believe him that it wasn't intentional, but at the same time, it was like they were just doing whatever to basically save their corporate ass. Even before, like they didn't want to include that.
A few things could have happened.
So,
because there's like curators who like look at music for them and stuff. So like,
yeah, I think they were trying to avoid any type of controversy from having his name in there. But I think it caused even more controversy that they didn't have his name in there.
Right. So I feel like maybe a curator picked that song, and then maybe the Colin Kaepernick part didn't get caught through like quality control till later, and they said because it's been cleared already and we worked with the artist, we can't take off the song, so we need to censor this. And somebody just did it before they like sent it out. They probably just got proofed like right before they had to get the shit like finalized, and then somebody was like, "Oh shit, what do we do?"
I mean, but to be able to censor his name and still have like the track playing in the background, it sounds like it had to come from like an engineer.
Well, yeah, it's like some shady work. Somebody told somebody.
Like they didn't go in there. Madden and EA didn't go in there and censor it themselves. Like somebody from his label had to have sent them like a censored version.
I don't know about that necessarily.
I think so. So you think they got the vocals and just censored it themselves?
Nah,
because I think they just got the track and then.
I don't know, man. It's pretty. There's ways to deconstruct
not that easily and not that clean. It's a lot easier when you got the source file.
Yeah, but it's easy if you can take the vocals out more easily than the beat, and that instrumental's everywhere. So I mean, it's easy to mute the vocal and then put that cut of the beat.
You think they went through all that?
YouTube. Dog, that'll take like 5 minutes.
You don't think you don't think somebody from the label just sent that like that to them?
Nobody would do that. Why would they do that?
I mean, his label is a big label. It's not just his label.
Well, that's interesting. If that's what happened, then I would assume EA wouldn't take the fall for it. There would be some explanation as to how the track came to be edited. There'd be an explanation as to how the track is edited in the first
like they had to, like if it happened that way, they would have had to ask for the edited version. So they wanted it,
Like, oh, we need a patch. Like, yeah, it's not like the label didn't just like preemptively do it.
No, they had to be like, hey, can you take this out?
Yeah, so maybe. Well, YG said he's like, cool. Obviously, they don't want the song off the video game. But he's trying to sell an album. I'm playing the game. I'm hopping in the car. I'm gonna go play this game. I love it. Whatever.
I don't know. It's just a shady, unnecessary situation that they created for themselves. Like
Yeah, it's like an obviously it's gonna blow up. Like this is a popular song. Like you think,
This is why you need other people in the room, because this would have been such clear. Like, this is a bad idea. Like, why would you do this?
yeah, like don't use the song.
Yeah, don't use the song if you really don't want it in there that bad, but don't censor that specific name. Like, he's like some pariah, social pariah, some terrorist or some shit, you know?
For real. Like how you censor the name? Like it's not a curse. Colin Kaepernick's name is censored.
But you know, corporations are giant with pussies at the end of the day and don't want to.
Oh yeah. Until they get pushback from the fans, from you guys. You know, when we don't fuck with something, we let the man know, and they gotta change shit. So that's where the patch
that's why they
comes
backtrack so
just
quickly.
again. Right.
I'm sure that patch is already out, but yeah.
Oh, it's guaranteed out. Because a lot of people are talking about this already, like a lot of just anything. But yeah, I just wanted to mention that. I thought that was weird. That's all I can really think of.
Interesting stuff. So that's all we have for news. Let us know in the comments if you have any, thing to say about what we talked about or what's been happening around music over the past few weeks. What did you think about this Kaepernick situation? Do you think they just created this whole unnecessary mess? Or, did you not care either way? Just let us know in the comments below.
Yeah.
So let's just get into music we've heard. So we didn't talk about the internet because it came out like right after we did our last podcast. So we'll just start with that.
Yeah, the internet. Well, so
Impressions.
Dario told me, you put me on because I was like, I heard about them, but I didn't know. I don't know. I just wasn't checking for them, basically.
You didn't hear their previous album? What was it called?
No, I've heard their music. I just never actually it wasn't on the top of my mind, Like there's so much stuff going on and a lot of music dropping that when I saw the internet, I was like, okay, that should be dope. It'll come around if I hear about it, And so I just, took a second to get to it and I just put it on and played the whole thing. It was just, and then I was like, ooh, this whole thing, it just felt like I was coasting.
Yeah, it's a groove for sure.
A nice smooth ride. That whole album just felt like a nice smooth ride.
It's a groove.
But a smart ride. It's intelligent. But yeah.
I'm not sure if I like it as much as their previous album. That was the one album that really put me onto them. But It is really, I think it's a lot cleaner than that album, and it clearly shows their growth as musicians and artists, and it's really sophisticated, and there's great change ups in there, and there's just a lot of elements to the music, and it never gets boring. You never get stuck in one groove. It always switches up and then comes back, and then you know what I'm saying. There's always stuff to keep you interested in what they're doing.
Yeah.
And always actively listening. Even though it is a chill kind of vibe heavy listen.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's the internet. I love the internet. So I think they're one of the best funk/soul type of groups and entities out there right now.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's pretty cool that, a group, a band like that is sticking together and making moves like that,
And still doing their individual stuff.
Yeah, facts. Yeah.
That's hard to do.
Kind of remind me of the Roots a little bit, but with their own flavor.
And their nice little spinoff, from another nice little spinoff from Odd Future.
I didn't even think about that.
Yep.
I forgot all about that. That's so funny.
Odd Future has put out some interesting acts, man. For
Odd
that
Future,
little short run they had.
I'm telling you, Odd Future kind of started the whole groups, mobs kind of shit. I feel like Odd Future came out right before.
Were they before ASAP?
Mob. Yeah, I think Odd Future came out right before ASAP.
Wolfgang, I think they were actually, yeah.
Yeah, Odd Future, Wolfgang. Yeah, cause and then it was Taylor Gang. Or was Taylor Gang at the same time?
About the same time, but Taylor Gang wasn't really a big group.
Yeah, Taylor Gang wasn't a big group,
was
and
more like
it didn't have the
fans,
buzz. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It was like my fans,
Y'all all Taylor
y'all
Gang.
Taylor Gang. Yeah,
He
yeah. So
wasn't really
that's it.
putting too many artists. He tried to put artists on, but wasn't really putting them on like God Future was.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I feel like they kind of like were carrying the flag for, like, like those kind of groups, like, because there's a few in the South doing that too, like in Florida and Atlanta and stuff.
I mean, even Sacramento with YBN.
Oh yeah, YBN. Yeah, yeah, another crew. That's pretty dope though. It's smart.
It's easy. I mean, not easy, but it's definitely smarter when you have everybody pushing, everybody's stuff, So when it gets
Yeah, the
on,
brand.
hey, check out my friend. We're all in the same, like it's a lot easier doing it that way. But it's so hard to keep it going like that. If you look at any
Yeah.
groups, very rarely do they ever stay together longer than like maybe 5 years because people just don't blow up at the same rate. And people just don't get on. Like, one guy might pop and another guy might not. They might not feel
Yeah.
feel right about that, but that's just how it is. It's kind of why Odd Future, when they broke up, it was kind of weird. You didn't think that they just felt like they were so much closer than every other group out there.
Yeah, I know, man. That ruined. I feel like that kind of ruined music, like their vibe. I feel like a lot more music would have came out if they didn't like have internal issues, like with like Earl and shit. Like I feel like Earl Sweatshirt might have like been one of
Been
these-
bigger.
Yeah, Earl could have been one of these guys. Like Earl could have been on like this. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
He's got like his core following, but he could have been, I think, bigger.
Yeah, he could have been close to Big Sean by now.
I'm not gonna go that far because I don't know if he has those big singles in him.
If Earl put out two nice projects, like full projects, because he
But
had the time.
Big Sean got the
It's not-
singles. It's a little different.
Yeah, that's true.
Like not just hip hop singles,
Finally
but like
Famous.
crossover singles.
Yeah, his Finally Famous. I guess Earl couldn't. It would have taken him a lot to get up there.
Earl would have been a lot bigger though, and he would have had, I think, a lot stronger following than what he
Yeah.
does right now.
For
Because
real.
I mean, you always hear people trying to pump him up and be like, he's,
People
you
shout out
listen to
Earl
him,
Sweatshirt
shout
all
him
the
out
time.
all the time. It's just without that entity helping you out, you're already kind of solo out there, and there's so many people. It's hard, especially if they feel like you've been in music for so long. Then they're just like, oh, he's an old act, he's washed,
Right.
basically. Like,
Yeah, oh,
They
yeah,
want the
putting
new
out
thing.
shit. Oh, he's done. He's washed.
yeah, oh, he ain't blow up yet, nah,
Right.
but
He came out when? And I haven't heard of him? Oh, nah.
Nah.
Like,
people want that new thing. People always
like,
want that
wait, what?
fresh new
2001?
new thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
hell no.
So internet's dope. It's up there for voting today for who's the best album of July. It's a strong front runner. I'll say
Yeah.
that it's a strong front runner. There wasn't a ton that happened in July, so they kind of picked a good time to really burst out in their own lane.
It was perfect to be able to listen to it because I wasn't distracted by a whole
Anything
lot of
else, yeah, and it was a nice change up from like everything that came before it.
Yeah, it was a good palate cleanser of like all this other stuff too.
So let us know what you thought about Hive Mind by the internet, if you haven't heard it yet. How does it compare to their previous album? Let us know.
Yeah.
So we have to talk about, the album that's buzzing everywhere right now is Travis Scott Astroworld. It's lit.
That's your world, my planet, my home. Straight up.
He gets me turned, bro. Like, he always gets me
He's
turned,
lit.
dog. He always gets me turned, bro.
Oh my god.
He's a vibe. Fuck, bro. He's a vibe. Like,
I was
his
kind of
music is
mad, bro.
vibes.
I was kind of mad. I was like, this is what happens when an artist actually gives you a full album of bangers. It's like, it almost feels like too much. Like, it's hard to, like, switch, like, to the next track. You're like, wait.
Oh, I've
I
been
was
replaying
just-
tracks left and right. Dog. Like,
I've been,
let me go
that's
back.
what I'm saying, though. There's just so much on there. I feel like he gave us, like, two and a half albums, but then, like, like squeeze songs together. Like he's like, all right, I'm just gonna put these two songs into one.
Oh yeah,
put it in half.
The
and
switch
put
up
one
like
song
crazy.
in the middle.
Look, whoever the engineer is, I'm pretty sure it's Mike Dean. Fuck,
yeah.
bro.
Fam.
Phenomenal. Like,
that shit is crazy.
his production to me just gets better and better.
He got the nicest mixer of all time. Like, this shit is.
There's shit that goes together that you don't think should go together, but it fucking goes perfectly together. And it's like.
And what was crazy is the no feature or listing thing.
But he has a feature on every song.
Yeah, I was listening to it the whole time, and it was awesome, actually. What I loved about this album was not seeing the features beforehand.
Oh, you like that?
I liked it in terms of
I heard people complaining.
music now.
A
lot of people complain.
Like, why ain't you put the list of features on there? I want to know who's on the song.
Yeah, but that's why they want to go to. They want to go to the song with the feature. Like,
yeah, they did.
What Travis Scott did, he gave us like that old.
He kind of made you go through it.
Anticipation, like, oh, okay,
like who's on this one?
It was like, oh shit, is that? Oh, like when I heard 21 on it, I was like, oh, 21 sounds great on this. I was like, damn, okay.
Dog, when I heard Frank Ocean, I was not expecting that, and I was like,
that was.
Was that Frank? I was like, hold on, let me run this back. Is that Frank Ocean? Like,
yeah, I was like, Frank. Is this a sample? I was like, nah, Frank.
Is that Sam Smith? Vocals. It sounded like Sam Smith on there, bro. Like, and I was like, hold on,
bro.
Let me run. Like, it made you really, really listen and go back and like learn the song, which song it was, because it was
crazy.
It was
unexpected. It felt like different songs, like the way they would transition too. I thought it like switched tracks,
but it'd be like the same song.
Yeah, like that, like sicko
mode.
Like the Drake
song.
That was
dope ass.
I was like, wait, what? And see, like, so that, and it's hilarious because I was like, oh, this is what Drake was talking about. I was like, what's he gonna put out this summer that's gonna be fire? And I was like, oh, these features. Ugh.
But here's the thing: he can get away with that on this album because all the features he have are all pretty like immediately recognizable.
Yeah, you're just like, oh, voice. That's that voice. Oh, that's that voice.
Like, oh, that's The Weeknd. Oh, that's definitely Drake. Oh, you know what I'm saying?
That
like,
Weeknd cut is amazing. That shit is amazing.
Bruh, there's nobody out that makes better vibes than him right now, bruh.
Who, The Weeknd or Travis?
Travis.
Yeah, bro, Travis is I don't know, he's a wizard of some sort. I don't know what his magic is.
His sounds he puts together, bruh, that shit get me so hyped. Then it just gets me zoning out, and then it's like, yo, like, he knows how to set that mood right.
It was funny because there was like a moment listening to the album where I thought I would get annoyed by his ad libs and like the repetitiveness of his sound, but then I didn't, and I was surprised. By the end of it, I was surprised I didn't get annoyed by it. I was like, oh, okay.
I'll say he probably raps the least he's ever rapped on a project, but I was fine with it because he always gets features. It was more about the melody. He was doing a lot of auto-tune singing.
Yeah. And that's what was interesting, too, is because the way he ends the album is so much different than, I feel like, the rest of the album. With, like, the last 2 or 3 songs.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he put Butterfly Effect on there, which I was kind of surprised he still put on there.
Yeah, maybe, like, the last 4 or 5 songs, honestly. Like, all of those, I feel like, were a slightly different vibe. Like, I feel like it was a transition to slowing down a little bit and, like, maybe saying slightly more.
I mean, there were a lot of moments I like those, but honestly, my
like
favorite part of it is that he paid so much homage to like Houston and Southern rap before him with all his samples.
Right. I know, R.I.P. Screw. He
put like Master P on there. I'm pretty sure I heard some Ghetto Boys and Scarface and shit on there. Like, definitely heard some Pimp C on there. Like, he paid so much homage to like all the Southern rappers before him. With samples of their songs that just tied in so perfectly.
Yeah. This album's crazy.
Like 5%? Who's that creeping in? No.
Who's that? Bro.
I was like, bruh.
That sample is amazing. Bro, that 5%. Who's that?
So here's
when I heard that, I almost freaked out. I was like, yo, did they just... I actually did say that out loud. I was like, did they just sample the... shit.
Kids these days don't know about that shit. Like, that was what we was hearing when we was younger. Like, bro, like, that was that shit that was hit.
That was a jam. Everybody heard that song and was like, yo, this is fire.
So I think that's what's so dope about it is that he's going to make kids from this generation that kind of don't respect the people that came before it, like go back and check on these beats and on these songs that he's sampling.
Right.
But they still vibe with his sound because it is still very much like with the current trend.
Yeah.
Basically, he sounds like he adjusted his sound to like the current trend of music, but just did it so much better. Like so much more professionally.
Well, I feel like he's been contributing to the trend for so
Oh, definitely.
long,
People have been biting off him for sure.
but just like low key. It's been so weird. Like his career is nice. Like he hasn't been too loud and gimmicky. He's just been giving us like good music. Because honestly, I didn't really get up on him until Rodeo. It was like Rodeo, and then
Al Farrow, you wasn't on Al Farrow?
no, I didn't know about it then. I didn't really know about him then. Honestly,
That production on there was crazy. That's when I heard a song, a couple production songs. I was like, yo, what is this?
Nah, I didn't give him credit then. I was like, nah, I don't know. We'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. I was like, we'll have to wait. I thought it was cool, but then that Rodeo was like, oh, okay, this dude's here for a while, and then Pretty Girls Like Trap or fucking Pretty Girls. Birds in the Trap.
Birds in the Trap sing Ryan McKnight.
Yeah, that shit was tight.
He does have some phenomenal names for his albums still.
Right? And then this one,
Astroworld.
Astroworld. And I love that how he was like plugging it. What was the song that he said that Astroworld's my planet? Oh, that was the Trippie Redd song. Okay. Now I remember.
I mean, yo, it's just dope, man. Like, this is.
Trippie's on the album too, right?
Is he?
Or isn't he?
I don't
know. I actually don't remember
It's
now.
a pretty long album. I have to go back again.
Yeah, I've only gotten to listen to the whole album maybe like 4 times.
Like, he went the opposite route of like, Ye. I'm so glad Ye didn't do like a 8-track project for him, 7-track project for him.
I know, but what's crazy is this whole album sounds like a stepson, like a son of.
Oh no, he's definitely got his style from Kanye and Cudi, like for sure.
Oh yeah,
But he's definitely made it a style of his own though, like 100%.
Ooh, you said Cudi.
Cudi was on there.
I know, but 21 had that line too. I remembered the line. He was like 21 actually, because I never liked 21's bars really most of the time.
I still don't.
But yeah, he was like, your bitch gave the kid Cudi, but I ain't signed it yet. Like it was something like I was like, oh yeah, gave you the kid Cudi. I was like, gave the kid Cudi, but I ain't signed it yet. I like that little flip because of the album that recently dropped. So I just thought that was cool. All the features are fire basically, and the album art's tight.
Album of the year contender.
Ooh. Actually, it might be. This took him up to the level. This is because if we have to look at it, he's gonna be contending now with everybody that dropped, with the J. Cole album, with the Drake, with the with the Nicki that's coming, with the Cardi B album that dropped. Like, he kind of put himself in the talk, I feel like, with this album.
This is better than Drake. It's better than Cardi.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about, like, for the awards, though. I think for the awards, I'm like, you know how those awards are.
I mean, Drake will get an award just because, for sure.
Yeah.
How big the singles are,
But in terms of, like, me personally picking, yeah, he's definitely
out
in terms
here
of
for me.
rap
Album of the year
albums
contender for
this
me.
year, he's in the top 5.
Real strong contender right now.
I definitely like what I'm looking at, like what I'm listening to. This whole, just the production alone is just
it's ridiculous. He did it, killed it.
Nasty.
He definitely killed it. It was worth the wait. Let us know what you guys think about it, though. I mean, from everything I've been hearing, it's gotten real good receptions from everybody else. So,
yeah.
but let us know. Comments below. We're gonna get into a couple other albums. You listened to Mac Miller. I have not yet.
Yeah.
So let me know what you think about it so far.
Well, yeah. So Mac Miller, I haven't finished the album because I just started. Because I was trying to get through the Travis and actually at least know if I like most of the album or not. So I definitely know I love the album. But I also was listening to another few albums. But Mac Miller's project, I've kind of been anticipating because every time he does something, it's different from the last project.
So it's not similar vibe to his last one, where he was like more, like, I don't know how to say it,
but
soulful, whatever, loungy.
yeah, it is, but it doesn't feel. I feel like the last project was forced into like a project, like a box of an idea, more so than this one is. Like I don't feel like it's constrained by a topic so much. Like it feels more like him coming back out. Like I feel like he kind of like laid low because he went through some alcohol and drug addiction issues and like his recent his breakup with Ariana.
Did he talk about it?
I think so. I listened to one of the tracks I heard. I was like, oh, this is definitely about, like, he's kind of addressing things. I feel like he's addressing that and his DUI incident and just stuff going on in his life. But I definitely have to give it a few more listens because, just some of the way he like bops on the track. It's not. You have to hear the words, because he does it in a way where it's like still slick in a good groove. But he's like saying something that could kind of be a little bit like sad-ish, like it's introspective.
I mean, the singles I've heard have definitely been like the introspective route, like his kind of last one was.
Yeah.
A more slow, not slow, but definitely like a chiller vibe.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything that's like clubby or single-like yet. I do like things that I've heard. Actually, there was a song I do remember, and I remember was like, oh shit, because he was flowing real hard on it, and I was like, yeah, I like this kind of Mac Miller. I also thought it was interesting. He like I was looking through like the credits and stuff. J. Cole wrote and produced one of the songs. So
you think he was ghostwriting for him, or just like the hook and stuff?
No, he definitely wrote and produced like he definitely wrote like some of it. I don't think it's like full on like everything, but there's multiple people credited in it, so it's not just his pen. But also I noticed that Mac Miller uses his real name instead of his stage name. So Mac Miller isn't his real name. Mm-hmm. So like sometimes, so I was like, when I was looking through the credits, I saw the writing. I was like, oh, I don't see Mac Miller in the credit. I was like, he didn't even write this song. And I was like, oh, okay, he's got his other name here instead. So that was interesting. But other than that, I'm gonna definitely go back to it. Nothing sounds bad, but it definitely feels like a certain type of vibe. Like,
I mean, I liked his last album a lot. Actually, I was not a fan before that one came out, so that kind of
really
put him more on my radar.
Oh, I feel you. I could see that. He had this one introspective album where he's messing with an alter ego, and I kind of fucked with that because he was kind of like, it's almost like, how Kendrick changes voices and pitch and stuff. Mm-hmm. His alter ego would do that, and he was kind of doing a back and forth kind of thing, almost like Tyler the Creator like. I forgot what that project was called, but I really enjoyed that when I was listening to it. I'm not a heavy Mac Miller fan, but I've been listening to him. I actually met him before he was 21. It was weird because he couldn't drink. I was gonna get him a drink. He couldn't drink.
See, you were about to start him down a bad path, man.
Nah, man, he didn't even drink, bro. But he smoked. He smoked already. I'm
sure he did.
He was down for the trees, but he didn't want to have a beer.
I mean, he's found his lane, so I mean, it's cool. Like, it doesn't feel like he's trying to do what everybody else is doing for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, you guys should definitely check it out. Let us know what you think about Mac Miller's album Swimming.
Yeah, if you have checked it out, let us know.
Yeah, I mean, the visuals are kind of cool too. It's not the craziest though. It's not as visual as other.
I like this one visual, his first single, where he was like in the coffin, kind of Kill Bill-esque.
Yeah, the Kill Bill vibe, that was tight. I
That was
liked
dope.
that. Yeah, definitely.
So we're gonna get to these other two albums. We'll start with YG Stay Dangerous. Have you given this one a spin yet?
Oh yeah, that YG. I had to get to it. I haven't listened to it a whole lot of times, but I definitely listened to it all the way through, and I fucking with it for sure.
He definitely has bangers on there, especially West Coast bangers.
Oh yeah.
Obviously,
Oh my God,
Big Bang.
the West Coast vibes are all over this.
Handgun
Like
is
that.
a banger. Oh yeah, he's
That-
West Coast 100%. Like you know what you're
That
getting
shit
from
is-
him.
Oh yeah. Shit flames.
Like with him, it's always like, yeah, I know what I'm about to get from him. It's just solid YG, you know.
Yeah, that's how I felt. But I also felt like there was a little bit more of I guess I would say like a mainstream lean in this project compared to other projects.
He's got definitely more than a couple possible singles.
You know, like the Quavo and the Ty Dolla $ign joint, the Power.
Power is a banger.
Power is a banger. So like, you know, that song's. And,
Yeah, I've already heard it in the clubs.
Yeah, that Pussy Money Fame. I was almost wishing he had Lil Wayne on it, just because of like the Pussy Money Weed song. I was like, oh, this shit would be fire if Wayne was on this. But other than that, I mean,
It's YG.
like there's a lot of good songs, but you know, it just felt like good YG.
Yeah.
I don't know if I feel like I'd hate
Oh.
to compare them because they're both like West Coast, but like Victory Lap, Nipsey Hussle. I feel like there was a little bit more reflection in Nipsey Hussle's project, and
Nipsey always been a little more intellectual with this stuff, not just straight gangbanging. Like YG is all about the gangbanging.
yeah. So like, I honestly, I kind of wanted a little bit of that Nipsey Hussle to rub off on YG.
But he did on his last album. He actually did get more like kind of
no, his last album,
social and political on a lot of his songs, surprisingly.
yeah.
But
Yeah,
this one is definitely, he snapped right back to just, I'm a gangbanging ass dad, you know, shit like that, like
Yeah.
actual lines in it. Like he just talks about blood shit like all the time. So
Yeah.
he definitely snapped right back to it. It's that far less like thoughtful than his last album.
Yeah, it just felt like some turn ups and some like gangster shit, you know, just like, oh yeah, the vibe.
Which is, you know what I mean, what you need sometimes. So
Yeah, like if I need that, I'm gonna turn it on. You know,
yeah, I'm definitely on YG if I just need that.
Yeah.
But that Mozzie feature was crazy too. Mozzie's my guy. Like
Yeah.
he's one I really mess with. From up in northern Sacramento, actually.
Oh man, Mac Miller had Thundercat on there too, I think. Oh, sorry. I was just like, I feel like there was some production on there that was just really amazing. Like, I gotta go back to it.
I'm pretty sure YG's back with Mustard.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah,
the last
Mustard.
one he wasn't on Mustard a lot. With Mustard very much. So, or out.
That could. Okay.
He definitely went a
see
different
that.
route with his last one.
No, but I'm not mad at YG. I think it's a solid effort.
It's a solid album.
Yeah.
It fits his lane that he's built for himself, and it doesn't take away from everything he's did before, but I don't think it adds much either to like his overall.
Yeah, I don't
You
think
know,
it's
image.
taking him further or like.
I think it's kind of just keeping him going, you know.
Yeah, it's just maintaining the buzz. It's keeping him relevant.
But solid. Can't say nothing bad about it. Solid.
Definitely.
All right, so last album, well maybe squeeze one more in there, but Denzel Curry for sure, Taboo, stylized
Yeah.
as TA13. Ooh.
Oh yeah. So all the B's are 13s and the S's are Z's. And Z's for like the Zell, like Denzel Curry, I think.
I don't know. He definitely was trying a lot of conceptual things on here. I think.
Oh yeah.
What'd you think about it? Were you a Curry fan before?
I liked some songs. I never like. I was waiting for him honestly to
To
put out
like
more
really
music.
kind of blow it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't want to like tell people to like listen to somebody who's not. I didn't want him to like Jay Electronica me or something. Like, put out some like dope shit where I'm like, oh, this shit
Jay's
is
the
flames.
next up. He about
Like,
to be
yeah, ooh,
possible goat, next goat.
yeah. And then
Put
you
out
don't
3
hear from
songs
him.
his whole in 10 years.
I'm like, for real? Yeah. So like, I mean, Denzel Curry been in the game for a minute. So
But
like,
Denzel got mixtapes, or at least
I know he does. He does, but like he's kind of been quiet for like 2 years.
yeah, he definitely hasn't like burst through. I feel like he definitely plateaued after that XXL run.
Yeah, but now I think he's getting the buzz back. I think
Ooh,
I think he's restarting basically. He's
it feels like
basically
he's starting
coming into
from
it
zero.
like a new artist.
That's what it
almost,
feels like. He's starting from zero.
Yeah, I don't think most of the people. I think he has a core. I think he has a core audience. And then
Yeah,
I
but
think
most
he's
people
trying
I
to
don't
grow
think
a core.
know.
And
Yeah.
most people don't know.
Especially at the rate that stuff changes now, with all these new rappers and everything. Like, I mean, technically, he was part of that initial like SoundCloud wave.
Well, he was good friends with Tentacion.
Yeah, and a lot of those people from Florida that were
Because
on
they're
that
Florida,
SoundCloud.
yeah. So like they grew up, they like they used to hang together. Like they might even stayed in each other's houses and stuff. So
So he always felt like he was part of that, but he always felt different from that same time because he felt like he actually cared more about the things he was saying. Like a lot of
Yeah.
songs did have messages to them, and like actually tried to give you bars and lyrics, even though I don't think they're exceptional. Like they're okay, they're average, but I don't think they're like.
yeah,
But it feels like he's actually trying to give you something.
he's
to, like,
trying to. Yeah, he's
digest.
basically. I feel like this is a good effort though. I feel like what he did was instead of giving us the J. Cole way of telling us certain things are crazy, like stupid and like lame, he gave us like more of a rebellious explanation as to like why these things are lame, like more of a younger energy because he's still going through it instead of like looking at it in retrospective. I
Yeah.
kind of felt like a guy in that age bracket kind of
Would relate more
reflecting.
to it.
Yeah, so I feel like younger fans would relate to the artist Denzel Curry and that message, maybe getting it a little bit more because it can be a little bit cooler. Because J. Cole is officially, I guess, old heads now. Like,
Basically.
Drake and like J. Cole and Kendrick are all old heads now, apparently.
J. Cole more than them.
I know, but it's so funny. It's just funny that they're called old heads now. Like,
Yeah.
well, Drake be staying with the young guys though. He keeps.
Yeah, he keeps. He knows how to ride a wave.
Yeah. he keeps trying a thing.
He knows how to ride a wave.
Yeah. It's like, oh, what's poppin'? Word.
I mean, for me, Denzel is cool, but I don't think it doesn't move me. Like, I just think about his music. Like, oh, I've heard some stuff, and I'm like, yeah, this is good, but it's not really moving me. I think in the way that he thinks is going to, or he's trying to go for,
Well, I think he's trying a lot of things at once.
and it
Like
felt
he
all
has
over the
an
place.
objective, but then he likes a lot of different things that don't amplify the objective. They just are like other cool things.
Yeah, I mean,
His
That-
cartoon references, if he wanted to elaborate and make it a song, it might be cool, but certain references are really corny-ish punchlines, and they turn into losing the seriousness of like what he was delivering in certain parts. But I do like, I would say, a good portion of the songs, honestly.
I liked the album, but it felt all over the place. Like I said, like in my reaction, I said that it feels like he was going for a concept, like a general conceptual type of project, but it just wasn't executed very well, like at all.
Yeah, and my other issue was that because he tried to do a 3-disc thing and like
Yeah, it was weird.
a weird release, I guess.
I was like, hey, why are there 3 different
Yeah, so like when I listen to him, you still don't.
But they had some of the same songs.
Yeah, you still don't necessarily get a sense of the separation of, because he's like white, gray, and black. He's like the last disc is the black disc, and
And they all
I wanted
just
to
felt
start
like
my
it.
album light, and I was like, but each
It
one
didn't
felt like
feel
it had a
like-
dark song on it.
Yeah,
It was
it
like
didn't feel
everything
light at
felt
all.
like gray. Everything felt gray and black. Like I don't know if there was a white part on the thing. Like it wasn't like nothing was soft.
Like it didn't feel like, okay, these section of songs don't belong together.
Right.
And then these ones, it just felt like it was just a random assortment of songs, honestly.
Yeah, like why would you section off songs if they're not all supposed to be referencing each other and like, being
Building off a
something
theme.
specific?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
it was strange. It was just the whole thing was just strange to me. I was just like, I just don't get what he's going for.
But I am interested. I am looking forward to more music from him for sure. I like the like songs that I like. So I don't, I'm one of those guys that doesn't really like singles. So I mean, I just skip the singles. But Sumo's cool. Mad I Got It.
I didn't really like Sumo. I like Mad I Got It. I like Sirens.
Oh, Sirens is fire.
JID is
JID.
nice. Nice.
Yeah, definitely.
That's one guy I definitely want to hear more from.
Right. I like Black Metal Terrorist and Vengeance, actually.
Did you?
Yeah, I kind of like those. In a certain vibe, because the Black Metal is like, finish him, Zell. Finish him, Zell.
Yeah,
and then
that's cool.
and then he switches the flow. I just kind of like how it was like soft and then a flow switch up. It was a good song.
It was just a bit, in general, just a little too much all over the place for me.
Yeah, definitely.
But I mean, you guys let us know what you thought about Taboo. by
Another
Denzel
son
Curry.
of Kanye. I feel like that.
A less
Like
talented
Yeezus.
son.
If you think about Yeezus, and you think
The
about
less talented
like,
son.
oh,
The-
obviously,
The ugly stepchild of Ye.
yeah. He's got a lot of kids out here. they're not all equally talented.
They're not all Travis Scotts.
No, they're not all Travis Scotts. Unfortunately for them.
Oh, you guys check it out. Let us know what you thought about it. Do you think it's going to push his career to that level that I think he's really aiming for? Or do you think it's kind of just keep him where he is? Does it feel like he's restarting? Because to us, it definitely felt like he's basically starting from zero again.
Mm-hmm.
Which is hard to do in music. It's hard.
Yeah,
It's hard. That's Charles Hamilton.
definitely. This is a good album for like a small tour, though. You could probably get a good circuit, make some money, and record a new album.
Yeah, a little circuit. So, I mean, the last one I want to talk about is Dave East and Karma 2.
Yeah, actually, that's one album I didn't get to hear fully.
So
I
I'll
heard,
talk
like
about
one
it.
song off it.
For me, it's a solid album. But much like...
It's an album, or is it a mixtape?
I mean, they're all original songs, so who knows?
Okay. Well, I don't know. I feel like they would push it. Like,
I think it's more
promotion?
like... I think people just call them mixtapes just so that they don't want the pressure of it being like one of their albums, you know? 'Cause
Yeah.
you compare mixtapes different than
So
albums.
it's like album quality.
Like,
Then?
oh, nah, that was just a mixtape. Yeah, it's definitely like original production and...
Okay.
blah, blah, blah. But it's definitely similar to YG in that it's good and solid,
Yeah.
but it's just solid Dave East. Like, I'm still kind of waiting for him to like really surprise me and to like
Yeah, he's
really
too young
take
for
that
me to
next
be
level.
feeling like that. Like, I mean, he's like barely in the game, and I'm already bored.
I feel like I've seen all his tricks already, you know? Like his style, his
Yeah.
flow is...
After I heard 5 songs, I was like, when's he gonna switch his flow?
Yeah, he's got a good flow. It's just
It's the same.
not for... How many tracks is that? 19 tracks, you know?
Yeah, for real.
So
though.
it's
Like,
hard
he
to
just-
keep my attention
He
all the way
just
through.
can't switch his flow. Like, that's my one issue. Like, and I didn't hear the album yet, but like,
He's got good beats on here too. He's got some good grimy knocking beats and
Yeah.
some definite bars in there. And like his storytelling
What does
is
features look like?
he got Lil Durk, Fabulous, which is a phenomenal album. Phenomenal features, Fabulous. Like Don Q, you got Gunna, Trouble.
Oh, swag.
I mean, it's a good project. Don't get me wrong. It's just like,
Right.
it's just more Dave East, and it's like I'm still waiting for him to like take that next step and like really establish himself. Like he's got some songs I really like where he's like storytelling.
Yeah.
Those are great. Like he definitely got that. But then like when he tries to do like the club stuff or like that, it just feels like this is good, but it's not like anything special, you know?
Right.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah, I know you're good. Like, I know you can rap, but it's like, just this song isn't just, it's not doing it for me.
Yeah.
I want you to take that next step. He definitely needs somebody in his corner helping him out.
I mean, apparently it used to be Wayno from Everyday Struggle, but he got new management.
I mean, he's good, but I just think he keeps doing these projects like this. He's going to get stuck in that lane. Considered
That's
kind of
what
underground
Wayno
rapper.
said their issue was. Wayno kind of said that he wanted him to go in a different direction, and Dave East was like, "Nah, I want to do this."
He's going to get
What
stuck.
Dave East wanted to do is
He's going to get stuck with that label, you know, kind of just an underground type rapper.
Yeah.
And that buzz is going to fall off, so the features ain't going to be as crazy as they are. And
Because he doesn't even have like a hot like song.
Single,
Like he doesn't
no.
have like a hot
Nope.
song yet. Like what's the Dave East one? Like
no, there's none.
you know,
And even if
one yet.
like, you know, he has a lot of really, really good verses, there's not one verse where I'm like, run that back, you know? That was crazy.
No, for real. I haven't felt like he ever tore anything down.
I'm like, damn,
Oh,
that's a good flow, but I'm never like, yo, rhyme that shit. What did he just say? Like, you know? It's kind of
that's why
straightforward.
I'm confused. It's I don't know.
I'm not sure exactly how I
I'm just
feel
not
about him.
impressed yet. I mean, I'm impressed. I'm just not sure if it's gonna develop at all. But I'm gonna give the project a listen. Just
Give it a listen for sure, but it's good, but it's just more Dave East. Nothing crazy.
more.
But I mean, that's it for the music that we basically listened to. July was pretty slow, so honestly, we didn't miss
listen to
much.
anything. Did G Herbo put out something?
I don't listen to G Herbo, so I don't really know.
Well, I think it's called Swervo. It was either it might have been just a single or something, but I do believe something about Swervo with G Herbo was coming out.
Yeah, not really something I check for.
I mean, he's doing a rebrand. He's coming back.
He's trying to.
Lil Herb is now G Herbo. Remember that Lil Herb?
Yeah, it's cool. But
Yeah.
let us know about any music that we have not talked about that we missed out over the last couple of weeks. Tell us what you were listening to. Let us know your opinions about any of the music that we did talk about. And again, like always, if you have any questions, comments, topic suggestions about this show, past shows, or any future shows, you can do that in the comments below wherever this is posted. Or you can email us at podcast@livinglifefearless.co or go to livinglifefearless.co/podcast and fill out the form there. Wherever you see this, please give this a like, share this, subscribe to our SoundCloud, YouTube, wherever we put this up, to the website. It helps us out greatly. Appreciate you guys for continuing to check in and listen every time we put something up. And yeah, you know, we just want more people to join in the conversation. We love talking music with people. That is one thing I did forget to talk about though, is about the list. Is we did get a comment saying, what was it exactly?
Oh yeah, they mentioned an artist.
Well, we got a mention from artists, but we also got a comment from a guy kind of saying that all of our music is the same type on the list,
Oh,
which I didn't really see how that was possible, considering we had a pretty wide
I
range.
was like, wait.
It's not supposed to be equal
Arctic
numbers.
Monkeys, Florence the Machine,
Glitch Mob,
Glitch Mob,
Young Fathers. Like, it's pretty
yeah, Young
wide-ranging
Fathers,
list. I mean, I asked him who we missed. He didn't
Father
respond.
Misty. That's 5 already that are pretty diverse.
Like, yeah, we have some hip hop and R&B and stuff, soul on there, but it's not like, even those aren't the same. Like, they're very, hip hop, soul are very different. So it's like,
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily sure what he was specifically talking about, because I asked him who did we miss, and he didn't really come back with the response.
I
So
wanted to like a genre. Give me something, but
Yeah.
yeah.
we covered pretty well, I think, of everything that came out that was really good.
Yeah.
So I wasn't really sure. But
Right.
oh, you guys let us know what you thought about the list, if you thought it was varied enough or we're missing some stuff.
I mean, The Weeknd, just because it was an EP. If it was an album, I would
been on
have
there.
on there.
But still, like, even then, even without the Weeknd, it's still
I almost
like,
put
wildly
him
varied.
on there. Yeah, I almost put. But
Wildly varied, and then
there's a lot of different music on. There's a lot of music. Period. Like, honestly, there's a lot.
I don't
of music.
think any of the albums compared to each other in any form, so I don't really know what he was getting at.
Yeah, a lot of them are
Vastly different, but people have their opinions. People want to see what they want to see on there. Yeah, a lot of people like the list. We definitely had hip hop because, I mean, that's what we like. But at the same time, we definitely have other stuff on there.
Yeah, definitely have a good ear. You know, I know it. And I you know, we like different music. We all had our phases where, like, I only listened to certain
Hip-hop.
kinds of rock,
I
or
only
certain
listened
kinds
to
of
hip-hop.
metal. Like, I only listened to hip hop, and then I was like, all right, now I'm gonna like listen to everything. So I like had to figure out like what
we like,
Metallica
yeah.
was even about. It's like, why do people like Metallica? What's Metallica about? Okay, so I listened to Metallica. Okay, now I get where the roots of metal are, and now I'm like listening to other metal songs, and I can like, you know,
I mean,
understand different things about metal.
We try to give everything a fair shake for sure. Like, there's no genre we don't really listen to, except probably country, but that's because it's country.
I almost listened to a country album, and then I was like, nah.
It's just not us. I mean, if you want a country album on the list, you're gonna have to go to a country website. It's just not us. But
I mean, there's some artists
think,
that are gonna put out some country that we might talk about just because they're like
maybe
not country artists. You know.
Yellow Wolf is probably as far as I get.
Yeah, Lady Gaga, she did that country joint.
Yeah, I know it's terrible,
It
but
was. There was a couple songs that made it out of there alive, though.
I would hope so. She Lady Gaga.
Right. Speaking of, when's she gonna drop again? I feel like I haven't heard her name in a while.
She definitely has not been on in a while. She's probably reconsidering some things. But I mean, like I said, I don't think definitely don't cover everything, but I think we cover a lot of things, and I think we have a good ear for what is actually good from those different things. Of course, we're not gonna be able to get every artist and every little unknown artist and every little genre, you know, because there's just way too much music. But we always tell you guys, let us know if there's something good out there that you think we should listen to, and we will probably give it a listen. So let us know.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I mean, for the other person who commented, I listened to the other artists. Like, I listened to a few tracks.
Yeah,
it was actually really, really ambient, and like dope to listen to. You know, as an artist, I like, you know, creative different takes, and it was actually cool to hear, you know, language that like necessary that I, you know, can't quite interpret, but you know, just the melodics of it with the
but
type
music
of
is still universal, you know.
like synth pop. Like, it was interesting. Like, it almost felt like Kanye listened to that shit before.
He probably has, but to be honest, Kanye
know.
listens to everything too. But like I said, as much as we like suggesting music to you guys, we love getting suggestions for music as well. So don't be afraid to do that, and don't just pop up when there's a list and your artist isn't on there. You gotta let us know beforehand. Maybe it will. So,
For real.
but that is it for this episode of Music Files. Today's date was August 6, 2018, and we will be back shortly. Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
And yeah, peace.
Keep living life fearless. Music Files. Oh yeah, and check out the gear too.